What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA SAGA.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on.
And in today's video I will show you the latest news directly related to our story. I will remind you about several deadlines that we have ahead of us. And I will show you how everything is tied up together if you dig deeper inside this story. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share this video with your friends and family, and drop me a line if you think my videos are valuable for the community. And for now, I have to say that it is extremely difficult to find useful information. And I have to say that it is not difficult to find it, but it is difficult to separate good information and the bad one. And on top of that, we have to keep our plans in secret in order to eventually win this battle. So that's why just hit the like button. So I want to start my today's video with this tweet that was published by Kristen Shaughnessy, and she wrote, "Ask yourself why the reporters and editors at the Wall Street Journal and Bloomberg allowed stories about MMTLP this week that left out critical facts. Jim Cramer and CNBC too. Why now, 6 months after MMTLP halted and delisted? The timing is curious. Congress is supposed to meet today with FINRA to discuss MMTLP." And this tweet, by the way, was written this Friday on June the 9th. Attorney Mark Basil is submitting a rebuttal to FINRA's response for the blue sheet data petition. True journalism is about facts, not selective pieces of information/opinion that promote a narrative. Matt Levine, you wrote about Dole Foods years ago, but now want retail investors to believe that market isn't flooded with millions of counterfeit shares. And I covered it in my previous video, and I covered the background of Matt Levine, who wrote the article for Bloomberg. Read Frank Ness's story. He does an excellent job laying out facts in a story every financial reporter should be pursuing. The truth is, real people were affected by fraud that was already happening behind the scenes prior to the U3 halt and the listing of MMTLP, according to FINRA and SEC emails. But more specifically, between Sam Drady, Patricia Kasimetz, and Richard Boyle. Looks like this MMAT/MMTLP matter has now hit my fraud team's radar screen, and seemingly a lot of other radar screens as well. I know you have spoken to Patty Kasimetz and our General Counsel's office, but was wondering if it made sense for my fraud team to have a conversation directly with you and your folks working on the matter, so we are not duplicating efforts. We are looking at two issues from a fraud/manipulation angle, and in fact, blue sheeting both MMAT and MMTLP as we speak, said Sam Drady to the SEC on December the 5th, 2022, just days prior the U3 halt and delisting of MMTLP. And yes, when we have more articles, and basically we have 3 of them in a matter of just 1 week, and why in the world they publish these articles months after the MMTLP was halted and delisted? In my opinion, we are about to see the major news that might affect our community in a positive manner, but it will be a potential disaster for authorities and fraudulent hedge funds. And in my opinion, we are just days before it happens. So let me show you another quite good article, and I also covered it in one of my previous videos. This article was published on LinkedIn by Kevin Berthold, and he wrote it in response to a Wall Street Journal article. And let me quote you this paragraph. The Wall Street Journal article is again timed with specificity to frame people's minds ahead of meeting between Congress and FINRA scheduled to discuss MMTLP, and the New York Supreme Court's impending proceeding to consider a petition for transparency regarding the extent of the fraud. And yes, we have several articles, we have perfectly timing for them in order to hit our community, in order to depress our efforts. And let me show you how it is tied up together. Junk Savvy wrote this tweet just several hours ago, and she wrote, The assets this, sales that, pump this, dump that, squeeze. Forbes plus Wall Street Journal plus Bloomberg, Kramer, really? MMTLP fiasco is simple. Either retail investors were sold counterfeit shares or not. Release the blue sheets hold the answer. Everything else is a deflection. Journalists like Alexander Osipovich and Matt Levine refuse to do their job. Congress, you gave FINRA their authority. Use yours to subpoena the blue sheets and ask the question, what is the share count? And we know that these people are tied up together. Let me show you this. RareDD made this tweet, and this tweet was retweeted by Tony's tweets. And he wrote, GTS Securities is believed to be involved in making MMTLP tradable. The firm carries billions in securities sold but not yet purchased obligations every year. They've been fined millions for manipulative algos, and he has connections to multiple people that bash the community. And here's the proof, here's several screenshots, but I want to pay attention on another tweet that also was made by RareDD. He wrote, GTS Securities, Ari Rubinstein only follows 47 people on Twitter. James Angel of Georgetown is one, and he is basically on Ari's payroll as an advisor for Modern Markets Initiative. Alexander Osipovich of Wall Street Journal is another. He's been cited by Ari and appears on the GTS website. On top of that, let me show you about some information about Dr. J. Angel. And here's the tweet that was found by Leon, and it was retweeted by Crucial Mix, and let me quote it for you. The point of my previous tweet is that Dr. Angel was working with incomplete information about MMTLP. He has studied the history of the markets in depth, but with MMTLP, I think he might eventually realize he has been victimized by FINRA secrecy, like so many retail shareholders. I spoke with Professor Angel after he briefed Congress. At that time, Dr. Angel had never heard of John Burda or the forging of documents to initiate trading of MMTLP. At that time, he had no clear idea of the number of open shorts. He guessed there was only a very small number. And Crucial Mix responded. So he briefed Congress on something he really did no research on or knew anything about. Nice. And definitely, how in the world this person could even represent our community? I don't know, and definitely it hurts us. But for now, I have to say that we have to work together, we have to unite, and for this case, please share this video with your friends and family. And this is the only way how we can attract more attention to this problem. On top of that, I want to pay attention on this tweet that was written by Due Diligence. He wrote, MMTLP, if you have connections to Congress, or if you know something we don't that someone may have told you, keep it to yourself. I understand wanting to boost morale, but the other side is listening. They will do all they can to sabotage us. Stop showing them the playbook. And I completely agree with these statements. We cannot disclose any sensitive information that might push us back. We just have to help our headliners to fight for us. And let me remind you who our headliners are. Definitely one of them is Rosa Towell. She filed the first lawsuit back in December, I guess December the 12th. Next one is Richard Hoffman. For now, he fights for us in two battles. One of them is the arbitration process with the Fidelity, and second one, he filed an appeal to his lawsuit that he also filed back in the days. Next person is Alan Hensley. He also fights for us with his lawsuit. And Hands of Steel, his real name is Jae Yoon Park, and he's the fourth person who filed another lawsuit. And definitely, for now, the most prominent and the closest to the potential resolution is Mark R. Bessel with his petition to release the blue sheets. And for now, we have a deadline that is set to June 13th for the oral arguments in court. And that is why I highly suggest you to follow everybody on this list and to help them in any way that we can. And this is very important for the community. And I think that's all that I want to provide you for today's video. And if you like my video, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share this video with your friends and family, and drop me a line for whatever reasons you want. So, see you guys and girls next time. Bye.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack.